Guess what, everybody? We're here again for the Buko Boys.
It's us.
It's the Buko Boys.
It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Well, not as we're recording, it's not Halloween, but by the time we release it, it's Halloween Day.
Feels like Halloween.
It does feel Halloweeny. You're Halloweeny.
Yeah, I am.
Went to the Halloween party last night.
Oh, it was pretty awesome. Went to a couple different parties again and just cruised around. And...
I said I went to one.
Oh, sorry.
I
thought you asked how I was. I was like, oh, let me tell you all about it.
I went to one. It was fun, and now I'm tired.
Oh, yeah. I only slept for a few hours and you woke me up.
Yeah, I just slept for a few hours, and my alarm woke me up to come record this podcast for you guys.
Yeah, here we are. Never sleeping for you guys.
The Buko Boys are restless as we try to get all the information and events and fun and things happening to you.
For everybody else. No.
But you had a good time at a party?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Cops didn't bust it?
No, not this one.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
crazy.
It wasn't that good of a party then.
Exactly. It wasn't like last weekend, but still cool.
My party was so good that my 3-year-old was dancing all night till 2 a.m.
Jeez, she's gonna sleep till forever today.
Yeah, she probably will. Well, who knows? If she was sleeping with me, because when she sleeps with her dad, she is out like a log. I don't even give what that reference means, but she is. She sleeps like a log.
All right.
Well, it is Halloween Day by the time we release this, but it's still pumpkin spice weather, still pumpkin spice season.
Till Christmas.
Till Christmas. Well, till like mid-November.
Okay, yeah. No, late.
Towards November. You start getting the peppermint flavor. Anyway, KSL just did a report that pumpkin spice, our favorite, costs 14% more on average.
Blasphemy.
So, like, if you want pumpkin spice cereal, that costs more. Pumpkin spice pretzels, that costs more. Pumpkin spice lattes, it's a little extra. You want pumpkin spice Build-A-Bear? That's going to cost a little extra. Because you can get a pumpkin spice Build-A-Bear.
So is it the spice itself that's gone up in price?
No, it's just supply and demand. People want that. People are basic as hell. They want that pumpkin spice. And I don't blame them. And in fact, the lady that did the report also...
Drinking pumpkin spice.
It was one of those Gebhardt episodes,
okay.
And the lady doing with him said, and you know what? It's okay. It's worth it. Because it's just a seasonal thing. It's not like it's, year round. I wish. No, just kidding. I would get sick of it, but it wouldn't have the luster it has. Where it's like, oh, it's end of.
It wouldn't have a season. It wouldn't have a season.
Yeah, it would just be another flavor that you're just like, yeah. So anyway, pumpkin spice 14% higher, and that's okay.
I'll pay it.
They were saying that I think. I can't remember what it was, but one item, it might be like Trader Joe's. It might be a Trader Joe's item where I think it was pretzels maybe, like their regular flavor, and the pumpkin spice flavor was like 100% more, something like that. It was a pretty high number. People are still gonna buy it, and that's okay.
Damn, that's a lot.
It's just a season. And people are willing to pay for it. Like us. In fact, you know what? I was going to bring something, and I just spaced it just now.
What was it?
But I can do it on a future episode still. You know how Oreo has their flavors, different flavors, and maybe you've had, maybe you haven't. I just saw it, and I've never had it before. But it was a pumpkin pie flavor.
I've never had that.
You haven't? Okay. And I'm going to try to bring it next time.
I wish you would.
Well, I've got it. All right. So. I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, just getting some office supply stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some stocking stuffers while I'm here. Because Dollar Tree has great stocking stuffers for toddlers because they're not going to know the difference. So, and it's like, Disney and others. It was like Nickelodeon and Disney and Pixar stuff that I got. Anyway, I ran into those over there. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen these at the store. It's a little, it's a little sleeve of pumpkin pie Oreos. And I said, I gotta get it. And I got it, along with stocking stuffers and business supplies.
Nice.
So, nice full cart at good old Dollar Tree. And a good thing their name is Dollar Tree because they can't be called the dollar store anymore. I mean, I guess they could.
Still $1 something.
$1.25, $1.25.
$1.25 store.
Couple George Washingtons and you get your items.
Damn.
All right, next news story. This was exciting. This is an exciting news story. Vancouver, Canada, just dropped their bid for the 2030 Winter Olympics.
Oh shit.
That just increased Salt Lake City's odds by a ton because now it's only between Salt Lake City and Sapporo, Japan. That's the only two bids right now. And I know we talked about before they've postponed the actual announcement. They were supposed to announce it recently, who they'd chosen, and they decided they're going to delay it till 2023 to make the announcement. But our chances just went to 50-50 at this point now. It's a 50-50 between Sapporo.
I have a good feeling that Salt Lake might get it just because the other Olympics were just in Japan.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
So, I mean...
Because, they're different venues. They can't say, like, oh, we just had Olympics here in Japan. Let's use the same places. They're different, right? So they hold different activities. So Salt Lake City's, like we mentioned before, all of our or what do you call them? Stadiums? I don't even know what you call them.
Olympic...
Venues. All of our venues are still in tip-top shape. They're ready to rock and roll. We still have events here all the time at our venues from the 2002 Olympics. So that's exciting news for us. I can't wait. I hope they announce Salt Lake City. I'm all on board.
What year would that be for 2030?
2030, yep.
Yeah.
It'd be 2030. So I say let's bring it here and go to the festivities.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy here if it comes here. That'd be awesome.
I know you can't wait to go to the figure skating.
That's all I do.
You figure skate?
Figure skate
in your socks in your kitchen?
My sleep.
So yeah, that's exciting. I thought that was really awesome news that Vancouver dropped out, and it was because of financial reasons. They're like, it's going to cost so much money to do this, and we're like, we got our venues ready to rock and roll. We might do a little bit of constructions, even though we've been doing construction ever since 2000. On the same freeways, it seems like.
For real, it never ended.
Like you were just fishing over the weekend, right?
Of course.
And it just seems like on like Highway 40, for example, by Jordanelle, it seems like that's been under construction for years. The same strip of Highway 40. I'm like, is this ever going to be done? It's been here. They've been doing this for years. I don't get it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like right in front of Jordanelle, it's like, what's taking us forever to get this done? I don't know.
It's wasting money, You know how it goes.
Yeah, they're like, let's just keep funding.
We gotta keep paying. We gotta keep using up all this money that taxpayers keep giving us.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, what kind of events we got coming up?
Oh shit! So next week there's a Post Malone's gonna. Well, he lives here, but he's starting his tour. Starting it here, November 1st at the Vivint.
By the way, he's a huge fan of the Buko Boys.
Huge fan.
We gotta get him on. I'll just send him
One
a
of these
DM.
days. One of these days.
I'll just send him a text message, wake him up.
Hey, Posty, it's me again.
It's me again, DVO, your best friend.
So that's gonna be November 1st.
Have you heard? I've been seeing a few reels of his where he just did a cover of "Last Kiss." Oh my gosh, it's pretty good. You know "Last Kiss"?
No, what song is that?
Oh, where would my baby be?
Oh no, I never heard that.
The Lord took her away from me. She's going to heaven, so I got to be good.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he did just a little cover of it, a little acapella. Or what's it called when you no music?
Acoustic or
acoustic. That's what I mean. No music. I mean, no, just a free guitar.
Okay.
Acoustic guitar, little freestyle on the stage. I don't know where he was at when he did it, but I've seen a few reels of the same. Looks like the same location of him doing "Last Kiss," and I was like, I'm pretty impressed. I love that song, so. Pretty good, pretty impressed. Anyway, Posty's coming November 1st at Vivint Arena, you said?
Yeah, there's a new song that just came out just barely where it's a remix of Cooped Up and Return of the Mac.
It's the Return
Anyways,
of the Mac.
That remix is pretty dope. I've been blasting that in the last week.
Okay.
And then the next day after that, November 2nd, it's going to be Lizzo.
Lizzo, the Bizzo.
At Vivint again. And then again at Vivint.
These are all at Vivint.
Everything's at Vivint this next week or so. November 9th, Dave Matthews Band.
All right.
And then...
I know he's going to be excited about that.
Who?
One of our big listeners, Mike Oya. He's a big Dave Matthews Band fan.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he'll come down here he doesn't live here anymore. But
then again at Vivint on the 17th is Carrie Underwood.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan, but I know it's going to be big. And then...
I don't mind her. I mean, yeah, she's not my favorite, but I don't mind her.
And then towards the end of November, on the 22nd, also at Vivint, is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Where the end of November?
Because it's closer to Christmas.
Have you seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
No, but I know that's your thing.
Or TSO, as I call them, since they're big fans of the Buko boys.
They're your buddies.
They're my buddies.
You go hang out with TSO.
Yeah, I love TSO. They do a good performance. And it was funny because I took my wife to it, and she was not expecting, right? Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
She was expecting to see some transsexuals there.
Yeah, exactly. She was expecting. I just broke this pen. I laughed so hard. Not expecting that. She's a big fan of orchestras, and so when I guess in her head she was thinking it was going to be an orchestra playing, but she was not expecting someone on a lift playing an electric guitar with flames shooting out of it, you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a badass. They're badass.
These trans are crazy.
Yeah, these trannies are awesome. The tranny orchestras. They do a good show. If you haven't been to a TSO concert, I recommend you go. Yeah, they're a good
Sounds
time.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. They're good. All right, let's talk about... So that upcoming concert's coming up, and then, it's going to be that time where some awesome events are coming up for the holidays, so we're going to try to get as many as we can, all the information we can, so we can get those out to you guys on the podcast and on our social media, so make sure you're following us at Buko Boys, Instagram, Facebook. That's where we're at.
I almost forgot there's another thing going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 11th, 12th, and 13th of November.
Okay.
Joe Coy.
Oh, yeah, we got tickets.
Like 2 years ago.
I know. Keeps getting delayed.
But it's
First
finally
COVID,
happy. It's finally happy.
Yeah, we're going to one of the Sunday shows, so if you guys want to go, we're going to be going with Ben and Aaron from Yum Yum Food Truck. We're going to be going to one of Joe Coy's comedy shows. That's going to be a good time, yeah.
Of course.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he just did some...
There's a new thing on Netflix.
Yeah, he's a new special on Netflix, which we're not watching yet because I don't want to hear jokes.
Exactly. I didn't want to watch it either because I don't want to ruin it.
Because one of our friends told us how funny it was. He's married to a Filipina, and he was like, "Oh, it's so funny! You guys need to watch it." And Edna said, "Let's watch it." I said, "No, let's not watch it because maybe he might have some of those same jokes in the show we're going to. I don't want to hear them yet. I want to wait till I'm there." So.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, he has a new Netflix special, and he just released new shows for that weekend because it was like I think it's only going to be a Saturday, Sunday. He just did Friday dates now, and I think it was going to be maybe one Sunday show, and did another Sunday show. Anyway, we're going to be there.
Hell yeah, we are. Yeah, we got tickets years in advance.
Yes, yeah. You know what Buko Boys got tickets to?
What?
A new foodie event last week.
That was dope.
We were invited to the Royal Hot Pot in Salt Lake City. Do you know what it was before?
A dim sum house.
A dim sum house. Yeah, it was over like on 11th South.
Like 1150 South and State Street.
State Street, yeah. So it's a Royal Hot Pot. And I know of hot pots, but I've never been to one. So, why don't you tell us kind of a little bit what a hot pot is and kind of what made this one different than others that you've been to?
Different? I don't know about different, but like...
Okay, that's fine.
So your traditional hot pot Chinese style is your big family size pot in the middle of the table that's boiling, and everybody kind of shares from that and adds in their things. But you also have the option.
It's almost like a melting pot, but not melting pot, but instead of like a fondue. I know instead of a fondue bowl, it's set down in the table, but it's also they put a broth inside. And so you just kind of dip things into the broth.
Well, you don't dip. You put it in there, and then you take it out and put it in a bowl and eat it out of the bowl. Or, you add meats, veggies, all that good stuff to it. Put your sauce in there. I like hot pot, especially after like ice fishing. That's what we do. But we went to Royal Hot Pot. It's really big inside.
It's huge.
A lot of places don't have that much room, and you end up waiting a lot. So this place was nice because there was the room for it.
Yeah, it had a nice ambiance too. Like it was. Like the decor was very nice. They had against the wall. It was like there was something. The way the decor was just really nice looking. It was really nice.
Yeah, but you didn't even get to stick around for all the good stuff. You had to leave before the meat showed up.
That's okay. You can continue though.
So you get a lot of the stuff for your hot pot yourself. And then you just order the meats and they bring it to you.
Yeah, that was new to me. I didn't like I said, I've never been. So they have refrigerators, and you just get like So this, you tell me if this is normal or not. You just get like a tray, like a cafeteria tray, and you just grab things out of the fridge, like veggies, meats, different things like that. You just grab them out of the fridge, and then you just throw them into your hot pot.
I like that they were actually in a fridge because other places just kind of have them out. And so you just go grab them while they're out on display. This place actually had them in a fridge to keep them, safe.
Yeah.
So I did like that.
Okay, so that was new to you. Okay, so that's something you liked about this place that was different.
Yeah,
Okay.
being able to make sure your food is staying cold. That's
good. I mean, I got some mussels, and I got some octopus, and fish and shrimp, and it's all raw in the fridge. So I was able to grab them, put them on my tray, and then as my hot pot reached the right temperature, I can just dump them in there and let them boil and cook. So that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. So and then they had like the way their display is for some of the meats that came were on these golden dragons boats.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. Okay, it may sound like there's nothing different about this place, but it sounds like there's some different things.
What the difference in this place
presentation.
is the presentation of when they bring you up the meat, and then the
safety of keeping it refrigerated.
There's a couple different broths that they have on this menu that I haven't seen at any other places.
Okay.
So they even have like a tonkatsu broth. And the other one was like a
tomato broth.
No, that's normal. But it was a butter, like a spicy butter broth.
Oh,
I didn't try it, but I was like, "Oh, that sounds different."
Interesting.
Maybe next time I'll get that one.
Yeah. Also,
because I will definitely go back because that's my thing.
Yeah. Also, at the next to the refrigerators, there was a sauce mix. So they have like a dozen different sauces, and you can kind of create your own little bowl of sauce that you dump in the hot pot as well. That was pretty cool. Which was, again, this is all new to me. So this is pretty cool.
You need to get out more, brother. I need to take you more places.
Well, hot pots and Korean barbecues are just not like my favorite type of thing to go to.
All you can eat is what I do. All you can eat is my thing.
I do plenty of that.
Well, that's what these places are about.
Here's the thing for me. The hold up for me is I don't like the smell afterwards. Like it's in my clothes. I don't like that. Which I get. Sometimes I have a little barbecue joint and it's also in my clothes when I leave. I'm like, oh, I still smell like smoked meat. So those are not my favorite things about going to places like that. It's like I'll go to places, but it's more like maybe at the end of the day so I can go home and shower and everything.
I like to go to these places all day, every day, because I don't care if I smell like food.
And so what else with the presentation? Go on.
Well,
so there's part I miss. What hold on, audio difficulties. Okay, there we go. So there's a part I missed with because I had to take off early. But what was it that I missed then?
What was it that you missed? Well, just when the meat came out, putting it in your pot and eating it. You didn't get to do any of that. You left right when the meat came out.
I had the seafood.
It's not the same.
Okay. What was the meat then?
We had brisket, pork belly.
Okay. What was your favorite? Talk about that.
I don't know. I like
all of it?
Those are like the two of the top meats that I usually get. But you just kind of throw it in your pot. You boil it all up. So then you just kind of eat it all together with the veggies. So I don't know what's my favorite meat, but those are like the two go-tos I always get. Okay,
that's what you got. Do they have more choices?
Oh, there's a ton of choices. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably got like 5 different kinds. I can't remember every one though, but you just kind of throw it all in your pot and mix it all up.
Nice.
But yeah, hot pot, baby.
Okay, so how does it compare to the other ones you've been to then? Is it one top of your favorites?
Yeah, I like this one. I mean, this one's one of the better ones that I've been to. But it's like it's a little comparable to like Ombu Hot Pot, because that was like our go-to hot pot place. Usually after we go ice fishing, we go there. But I told everybody about this place, and they're all like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good." So we're all gonna go back there again next week on Friday. A bunch of us.
Ah, nice. So you're going ice fishing next weekend?
No, not ice fishing. We're just going with our buddies. But usually when we do go ice fishing, when we're done, hot pot's like our go-to, and hopefully, I think we're all gonna start going to this place.
Night with your boyfriends.
Well, I mean,
next Friday at hot pot.
Yeah, we are. But I'm saying after ice fishing, this is probably gonna be our place now.
But next weekend is the date night.
Next weekend, all of us boys are going on dates with each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, very cool, very cool. That's good. So a couple thumbs up. I mean, I liked it. I liked it. You know, it's a new experience for me, and it was a fun experience, and I would definitely go again.
Yeah, yeah. Stick around next time. How about that?
Okay. All right.
So we went and saw. We told you guys last week. We went and saw Shazam. No,
What did
not
we see?
Shazam. Black Adam.
Yeah.
Black Adam's Shazam. We saw Black Adam's Shazam.
Yeah. So we watched Black Adam. Spoiler alerts coming up. Just so you know, we have spoiler alerts for the movie. But anyway, one of the trailers. There's a few good trailers before the movie started. But one we thought, hey, they correlate. Was Shazam. You can call it Shazam 2 if you want, but it's actually called Shazam Fury of the Gods. And but it's Shazam 2. And well, what'd you think about the trailer?
So I did like Shazam, the first one. And yeah, I think this one's going to be probably just as good. So I'm kind of excited to see how well this plays out.
It's just like a continuation of the story. I don't know if they'll tie in Black Adam in the second movie. Now that they just released the Black Adam movie, there's a correlation. If you notice, they look very similar. So if you notice,
so I'm wondering how long they're gonna go on with this with like Shazam, and I mean this kid's growing up fast. The guy that's playing
kids tend to do that. Here's my thing about Shazam that I didn't like. Okay, this kid's like a young teenager, and you know, he does the Shazam, turns into a superhero. And so when he's a young teenager, his mentality is like a young teenager. But when he's Shazam, when he's like the adult, and the adult's playing, I look like an adult, but I have the mentality of a teenager. But then they overdo it in his mentality of like an 8-year-old, though. That's things I didn't like. That's the impression I got.
He acts like he's just like way overexcited.
Yeah, he acts like way. But when he's the teenager, he's just like a normal teenager, like, you know, oh cool, right on, dude. But when he's the adult playing him, he's just like, hey, what's going on, guys? Like it's just overdone for me. So that actor Levi, whatever his name is, I'm not a huge fan of him as an actor, by the way. And you could just tell the costume is just so overly padded. Because he's not a big guy. I mean, he's tall, but he's not buff in any way. So the costume for me looks so overdone padded wise for muscle, you know. Which The Rock was against, by the way. I don't know if you know this. The Rock was against
ripped his shit.
Well, he actually he wanted to get way bigger for this role because he's like, I don't want padding in my costume. I shouldn't need to have padding. I should be a superhero or an anti-superhero, whatever you call it. So I'm just gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna go to the Iron Jungle, whatever, Iron Paradise, and get my fit on. So I don't need padding in my suit. But Levi is like probably 3 times his normal size. Yeah, it just doesn't like work.
I don't take HGH. I can't do this.
Pad up my costume.
Give me padding, please.
So the Shazam story, I'm okay with. The acting for me was just not the best. I'll probably still see this, kind of stick with the storyline, see what goes on, but not my favorite. I'll just say that.
Okay. Yeah, I did like I like the story and just kind of like the comedy that they had in the first Shazam. So,
do you agree with me that he overdid his acting?
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Okay. Just make sure I'm not the only one.
No, I could definitely see that.
All right, Black Adam. So if you've now seen it and you're not interested in hearing spoilers, you can go ahead and turn off the episode now because we are going to do some spoilers. Here's your warning: spoilers for Black Adam.
He dies
3 times. All right. First of all, real quick, what did you think of the movie? I was excited about it.
Okay. There was a lot of action in it.
A lot of action.
Sometimes I felt like the comedy was just forced.
Okay.
And sometimes I felt like, are they trying to copy like Thor, like the comedy that Thor brings? Are they trying to
interesting idea?
They're trying to copy that. But I did like it. There was a lot of action. And what did you think? Did you think?
I did like it. I was excited for it. I did like it. I liked the action. Yeah, there was some dry comedy that I liked. You know, yeah, I can maybe see where maybe it seems like there was some forced comedy, but there was some dry comedy that I also liked, kind of snickered during the movie. So yeah, I mean, let's get into like maybe the storyline. It's, you know, a lot of twists at the end. By the way, a lot of twists came at the end. But how familiar are you with the Black Adam story?
Not very.
Yeah, me neither. I remember we collected like trading cards of superheroes, Marvel and DC, so I knew of Black Adam. I wasn't a huge comic book reader, but I didn't know much of the history behind him. He's also like Shazam.
The same situation, yeah.
Yeah, right. So these gods, it seems like they live underground or something. They live in Hollow Earth. I don't know. But there's these 6 gods, and all of them have certain powers. Each one of their names begin with S, H, A, Z, A, and M. So when you yell the first letters of their name, Shazam, or Mashaz, whatever.
Mashaz!
So, you say Shazam, and that's when you transform into like a... I mean, I guess you don't transform into a super... I mean...
a hero. You turn into a hero.
You turn into a hero. There you go. And you save the world. But anyway, Black Adam is... And that's not his name. His name was Teth Adam. And it's a fake country near Egypt. I can't remember the name now. But it's a fake country that they live in. And there was like a king who really wanted a certain mineral. So he could get the powers from... So there's these 6 gods, right? Then there's like 6 demons. They're kind of opposing each other. And there's these 6 demons that he wants to get the powers from them. He wants to turn into like... Basically like a Shazam hero, but instead he's the underworld hero of the underworld, something like that. So that's what this guy's trying to do. This king is trying to get this crown made so he gets the powers, and he enslaves the whole country pretty much to get this mineral, to make this crown for him. And Teth Adam is the hero, and he steals the mineral that they find. Like it's like a little big sized stone. And he tries to get the people to unite and fight back. Like, hey, we can probably outnumber these people. And they go to punish him for his crimes. And they go, he's a young boy. And they go to kill him. And the gods take him away before he's struck down with a sword. And give him the power to be the hero. And he comes back, kills the king. And saves everyone, kind of frees them up. But then he kind of goes away. For a long time.
So this was
5,000 years.
It's actually his son that you were just mentioning. It was his son.
I know. I was going to get to the twist. Okay. Spoilers. I was going to get to the twist at the end, like the story goes. But
you're confusing me here because
you know it, right? Because you know it.
Well, anybody that's watched it, they're listening, we're going to be like, "What are you talking about?" So no, this is his son, and his son comes back and chooses his dad to be the hero, which is The Rock. Of course, he's like, my dad's The Rock. I want him to be the hero.
Which is why you're wearing your Project Rock sweater.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yes, I am. So, but yeah, he ends up wanting his dad, who's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, to be the hero. And so, but what's funny is he looks like really frail and skinny in these.
He's a normal person.
Yeah. Okay, he looks like a normal person. He looks so frail. He looks so frail.
Well, we are. We're frail bags of bones in water-filled skin, gelatin.
So he ends up like what? Just killing a bunch and then getting punished for it.
Yeah. So he seeks revenge basically. So when his son does the whole Shazam thing to his dad, he's now just a young boy, and he gets struck by arrows. And so at the moment he does it, so Black Adam goes on a revenge. So he basically just goes out to just seek revenge and just starts killing everybody. So the gods that give him the power imprison him, but it became a battle. So out of the 6 gods, Black Adam kills 5 of them and gets imprisoned for 5,000 years. Till present day, when a young woman is trying to capture the crown to keep it safe so that no one takes power to be like the underworld's hero. But what happens is that evil king from back in the days, from 5,000 years previously, his heir is like, no, I'm going to get that crown. I should be stepped up as the king. And she gets to hold the crown and says Shazam and brings Black Adam back. Little did she know he was imprisoned for all the murders he's committed, murdering everybody in the palace. So yeah, she thought she released him from a hibernation, but she released him from prison.
And then what happened. So Hawkman which this is like the first time Hawkman's been in a movie. And he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Like he's a lot more badass than I thought Hawkman was.
Yeah, I don't remember him being that cool.
Yeah, so yeah, he could take some damage, and
he has a significant other. So I'm surprised they didn't have her included.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where she was in this, but anyways, yeah, he's in here. The one guy, Pierce Brosnan plays Doctor
Fate.
Doctor Fate. These characters, I mean, I'm not familiar with them, but
me neither. Yeah,
it was pretty cool seeing them in action. This is the first time seeing that.
Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
And Cyclone, is that her name?
I'm not a fan of Atom Smasher though. Like so the whole time he's there, he's just screwing everything up.
Because it's his first time playing Atom Smasher. He's taking the role from his uncle.
Oh, the Fonz.
The Fonz, yeah. The Fonz, Henry Winkler was the original Atom. Or they call him Atom Smasher, but I know him as Atom. Atom, like atoms. Because he can grow and shrink. He can be normal size and then grow to 100 times the size.
Yeah.
Like a giant. Which Levi, the actor that plays Shazam, he played Adam in Supergirl series.
Oh, really?
He played Adam, yeah. So they call him Adam Smasher. I just know him as Adam. I hope I'm mixing the people up. They have the same logo and they do the same ability, shrink and grow. So, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, this kid, then the girl plays Cyclone, Red Cyclone, something like that.
I don't know, but those characters they're I could do without.
The Justice Society.
Yeah, the Justice Society, not the League.
No. Which Hawkman, I think, joins the Justice League at some point.
Yeah, I don't know what point of. I don't know.
But yeah, it was a fun twist at the end where you find out, because Black Adam keeps flying to this statue that was erected from their hero. Their champion is what they call it.
Oh yeah, their champion.
And he keeps saying, "I'm sorry." But, when you see that, you think, what is he apologizing for? Is he apologizing for what he did? Like, because he killed so many people? And he's still not against killing people, by the way, which is hilarious. It's like, there's nothing, him and Hawkman have, this, who's right? Who's the correct superhero? Hawkman says you shouldn't kill. Black Adam says, why not? They're bad. You're preventing them from doing more damage. Just kill them. It was kind of funny. Like some of the comedy is very dry, like I said, where Black Adam catches this guy, he just tosses him, in the air, a couple, 10,000 feet in the air, tosses him. He's going to land and die, right? So Dr. Fate goes, did you kill him? He's like, he didn't make it. That type of dry comedy kind of made me laugh. Or did you feel that was the kind of the forced comedy?
Not that was the forced comedy, but no, I did like the funny parts like that. It's kind of more like he's like Drax, where he's like very... Yeah. Matter of fact, and doesn't know how to.
Right, he's 5,000 years old. He doesn't know sarcasm.
So he's learning sarcasm.
Yeah, he doesn't know sarcasm. Yeah, the young boy from the lady that did this brought him back. He's the one that's kind of teaching him. You need to have a tagline when you kill people.
Oh yeah.
Tell them the man in black sent you, which is a great tagline, by the way. That is a great tagline.
But he's like doing it at the wrong times.
Yeah, he's already killed the man in black. Said, all right, never mind. You're dead. Which at the end is when he comes up with the name and said, "I'm not Teth Adam, I'm Black Adam. Teth Adam is someone different. I'm a different person now." So, yeah. Oh, back to the statue. So he was apologizing to the statue. Then you realize, he's not apologizing to himself as a statue. He's apologizing to his son. His son took the champion role for many years. Actually, it sounded like. Yeah, see, that's what the impression I got. They didn't have time to build a statue of him, so...
I never got that part.
So the impression I got was he was a champion for a while. He helping the country. They erected a statue of him. And so you find out, he's not apologizing to a statue of himself. He's apologizing to the statue of his son. His son was a champion. He didn't just be a champion for one day, then they built a statue of him. So
I did not get that at all. I thought that his son became champion and decided to not become champion and gave it to his dad.
And then the person that... So when his son was the champion, he grows up to an adult form. That adult form...
Probably looked like The Rock.
kind of look like The Rock a little bit because that's the person that plays him in that series, Growing Up Rock.
Oh, really?
That's the teenager version of him. Yeah. So that's who they cast. I mean, it's a very small role, but I'm like, at first I thought it was his cousin. His cousin does a lot of his stunts. So at first I thought it was his cousin, and I was like, wait. The more I look at him, it doesn't look like him. And I found out it was the actor that portrays him in Growing Up Rock. I've never
watched that.
But that's on ABC or something like that.
Something, yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's why I kind of look like him. Good casting, actually. That makes sense. Anyway, the person that betrays them, the king's heir, that he actually does. He gets the crown. He does his. Oh, let's do it backwards, Shazam. He has to get killed. So he purposely tries to get killed by Black Adam.
Oh, yeah.
So he can go to the underworld. And they give him his powers where he becomes, obviously like Margoth. Can't remember the name. I know it's not that. He becomes some horned devil.
Yeah.
And brings back the dead.
There was some acting in this that I was not liking. I didn't like some of the acting in this.
It's DC.
Yeah. I don't know why DC does this, but it's like, I don't know. Their acting in there just doesn't seem normal.
Not as good as Marvel.
Not at all.
They don't got that Disney money. They got that Warner Brother money.
Yeah. They're right in that frog's ass.
Anything specific you're talking about?
When it comes to the acting?
Yeah.
The Lady and the Son, I think their acting wasn't the best.
I don't think they're popular.
But I mean, there were big roles in this movie.
True.
But yeah, their acting wasn't the best.
Man, I didn't mind looking at her in the movie. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, she's okay. She's just not the best actress.
So, what else were we going to say at the end? Anyway, Black Adam destroys him in a badass way. He finally catches the tagline right. Tell him the man in black sent you. Grabbed his horns. Ripped him in half. Did not expect that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Right down the middle. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. And then there's a lot of pictures like from comics, I guess, where Black Adam sits on a throne, like a stone throne.
Okay, yeah.
And he kind of does that in this, where he sits down, because they're like, you can be, no one can really stop you. So he sits on that throne and says, nah, not for me, and smashes it. That was kind of cool. Flew up, came down, smashed it. And he decides to stick around. Oh, he does. Oh wait! I forgot to mention this. When he does confess what had happened, his son was the champion, not him. He decides to un-Shazam himself. Says, "Okay, take me into captivity. All right. I'll go peacefully." And he becomes his frail bag of bones self.
Yeah.
And he gets taken by Waller into like this underwater prison. And the lady from Suicide Squad is there and takes him. And they put him in this, what's it called? Animated suspended animation.
Like in water or something?
Yeah, it's like silicone or whatever. But you see there's a ton of like metahumans or whatever. They're also in this suspended animation. I wonder who's all there.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So, and they're under the ocean, right, to kind of be safe. So, anyway, Dr. Fate
they're all bad guys. Is it all bad guys?
Probably. That's what I'm guessing. And that's when Dr. Fate kind of talks to him in that suspended animation, like, hey, you need to come back and be the champion. We need you to do the Black Adam thing again, start kicking ass. So he breaks free and does that.
Well, this is what I didn't get. He didn't, like, Shazam himself again.
He did.
Well, he did later, but not while he was in there. He, like, escaped being
because he had that thing in his mouth. That breathing tube.
Yeah.
So he's trying to fight. But he's got a breathing tube, so he can't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so while he's in that suspended animation, they put a breathing tube down his throat, and as he breaks free and wakes up, there's guards already there attacking, or trying to stop him. I shouldn't say attack him. They're trying to stop him, so he's trying to fight his way through to get out of there, but he's got this breathing tube down his throat.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he pull it out. He jumps through the water, pulls it out, but then he passes out because he's underwater. He gets to the top though. He gets to the top and Shazam.
Mashaz.
So anyway, should we talk about the end credit?
Yes.
Post-credit? Okay.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
All right, let's talk about the post credit. So he's just hanging out in this the old temple where the old king from 5,000 years ago was
Well, that lady, what's her name from the other DC movies? She's like, because he's like, nobody on this world can stop me. Nobody on this planet.
He's hanging out and a drone drops in. So a drone drops in. He kind of walks over like, what he doesn't know, right? He's 5,000 years old. He doesn't know what a drone is. He's still getting used to cars. He's like, you guys get around in cars and skateboards, man. Back in my days, we didn't have shoes. We didn't have shoes back in my days. So, yeah, drone comes in, and there's a hologram of Waller. I think her name is Waller. So she comes up and just says, hey, you have my attention. And he's probably thinking, I didn't ask for it. I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. And she says, you got my attention. I know you've been imprisoned for what you've done 5,000 years ago, but you can be free. And he's probably thinking, I don't need your approval, bitch. That's what's going through my head, though. Like, she's talking like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
Like, no, he doesn't know exactly. He doesn't know who you are.
He doesn't care.
You mean nothing to him.
You're a normie.
Yeah, you're a normie. You're a bag of bones. He doesn't care about you. He could flick you and you die. He could flick your head and you're dead. He doesn't care about you. But yeah, so she goes, all right, I'll let you be free, but you can't leave this country. You're kind of imprisoned in this country, and if you try to leave, we're going to take you down. He's like, I can see you try. And she goes, and he goes, no one in this world can stop me. And what does she say?
She's like, well,
maybe I can ask a favor from somebody that's not from this world.
Maybe somebody that's not from this world can stop you. Something like that.
Then you hear a swoosh sound.
I feel like that is happened way earlier, but I guess it's all at the same time, huh?
The what?
With her coming in with the drone, I felt like that happened earlier in the movie for some reason, not at the end credits.
That's the post credits, right?
Okay, but yeah, then Mr. Cavill comes walking out.
So Henry Cavill is back as Superman.
And I had a feeling that was going to happen. As soon as she said that, I was like, I know who she's talking about.
But they're talking that Henry Cavill is done. He's not coming back as Superman. I guess there were some disputes with one of the directors, and that director is gone. I've heard thanks to The Rock. The Rock was like, nope, Henry Cavill has to come back. He has to be Superman. There's going to be a whole Black Adam Superman thing. It's got to be Henry Cavill. And that director was let go. And Henry Cavill's back. And
I know he was in talks with Marvel for a little bit about joining Marvel.
So at the end of the Justice League Snyder recut, he was wearing a black suit. You remember? He was wearing an all black suit. And in this one, he comes back looking like Christopher Reeves. He's got the bright blue suit and the bright red emblem and a little curl in his hair. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He had a little curl in the hair right in front of his forehead there. I was like, oh, very Christopher Reeves. I like the little curl. And so he comes up, but also in the Justice League Snyder recut, when he's in the Solitude of, what's it called?
Yeah, Solitude.
Fortress of Solitude. Yeah, Fortress of Solitude. I believe a bunch of different suits came out. So he had a few suit options to choose from. And so there was that suit, the bright blue, and there was the black one, and also the bright blue with the red emblem. So I like that look, very very classic, very Americana. And he comes out, Superman says, Black Adam. It's been a while since somebody's got my attention or something.
We need to talk.
Yeah, it's got the attention of everybody. We need to talk. But there's talks that they're going to have a scuffle. So it's interesting to see what will happen. Who would win, you think, in a fight, Superman or Black Adam? So Superman's from another planet. Black Adam is godly, I guess you could say, because he got his powers from gods.
So there's the thing that says, well, the way the comics are written is that Superman is not... one of his, kryptonite is his... what is it called? His...
Kryptonite? Is it kryptonite?
Kryptonite is his kryptonite. Yeah. But his, what do you call that when it's the thing that destroys you? Anyways, his weakness. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word.
Okay.
Anyways, but I heard that magic is also, he's susceptible to magic.
Oh, okay.
And Shazam is all about... Right. Yeah, Shazam is all, he becomes that way from magic.
Yes.
So when they talk about the fighting, like Shazam and Black Adam, they talk about how them fighting Superman can beat him because of their magic.
Which is interesting to see where this goes. I don't know where Shazam, the movie, that Fury of God that we talked about, that will be released in 2023. I don't know where that fits in with Black Adam and maybe Superman. It's all DC. But there is going to be now a Man of Steel 2 because Henry Cavill is back. So there was the Man of Steel that introduced him as Superman. Then they went to the Justice League.
Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman. And now they've said, okay, now we're going to do a Man of Steel 2 now. So that definitely will have Black Adam in that one. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I want to see some more fighting.
I'm gonna wait till people see Shazam and kind of see what people think about it. Does it talk about any of the like Justice League or Black Adam? If it does, I'll go watch. If it doesn't, I might skip it. So
I'll watch it.
I'll see it. Or okay, you tell me how it's worth it or not.
Okay.
If it follows the storyline. Anyway, right. Black Adam. What'd you think of it?
Like I said, I liked it. A lot of action. A little predictable in some parts.
Okay.
But still kept me intrigued.
Nice. And I did like it too. So if you're interested in superheroes and you like action, or you're a fan of The Rock, yeah, I recommend you see the movie.
Yeah.
All right,
everybody. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bye.